Crucial. B.R.E.A.D magazine. Be real every day and deliver, man. I'm with B.R.E.A.D, man. You out here, man, in Mark's out. Fatty's Burgers. If you ain't never been here, you need to go ahead and come. Like ASAP. They closed now. Come tomorrow. So Mr. Mark Allen.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, man. So it's good to finally get a chance to talk to you, man, about everything you got going on. So you've been out here working in the community for the longest, man. Like, what is your dream goal, and why did you decide to open a restaurant right here in the heart of the East Side?
Well, actually, to say I actually focused on opening a restaurant on the East Side, it wasn't how it happened. We were just looking, and by the grace of God, the opportunity came that this was the place that we ended up being into. And I came through this opportunity by a friend of mine. We used to be in music together. He was a security guard. He was in food business, and over a brief conversation, a couple of months passed by, and this all began.
It's an awesome place to come and eat. We just had live music here, man, and well known and well respected throughout the community. All the OGs was here. You know what I'm saying? This man is he was the head leader of PKO, am I correct?
PKO, yeah, we had a recording label, Youngster Records.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, as a teenager, I grew up right off of Richmond and W.W. White, right off of Lane Road. So, Nino and K. Sam was out of the region, don't you?
Yeah, well, Nino out of the region. K. Sam officially out of California.
Okay.
He came down and we all got together over at Roosevelt High School.
Okay. And so, when you guys made your first album, like, how did you guys, because you guys kind of blew up pretty quick here in San Antonio, and went all the way to Houston and everything. Like, you guys got so much buzz. A lot of groups don't have that kind of longevity now. They couldn't push an album out. Like, how did you guys get that started back in the 90s? Like, what did you guys do with it?
One of the things we had a tremendous drive, just willing to want to succeed and willing to do whatever it took to do it. And so we kind of got out there and grind. Same thing you do in the neighborhood, we did just in more neighborhoods, and just letting people know who we were, putting our music out there and having fun at the same time.
Now, I remember some of the album covers, man. Those were my favorites, man. The album covers was, so this was before Master P and all them was doing all the bling and you know, before Juvie and Lil Wayne and all that, put all that stuff on it. You guys was one of the first ones with 20s on the album covers and you know, I just remember the way the visuals were, the album covers themselves, and the music, man, was always hitting it live. So who was producing? Were you doing producing?
No, well, when we first started out, we had a guy named Planet Once the K, and then we had DJ Snake out of Dallas, Texas. We worked with quite a few different producers. Mike out of Arlington, and so we had a few different producers back then. Nino was doing a lot of the writing, a lot of producing. He kind of overseeing a lot of the projects. One of the brains of the crew. And then we had DJ AK.
Yes, sir.
Who was the man behind the stills.
What up, AK?
Yeah, AK. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was a team, actually a team collaboration that made it all happen.
Yes, sir. So these albums, literally, I grew up off of Richmond and W.W. White. You can go to, we had a record store called Rendezvous, and you can go in there and you can buy the CD, or you can buy I remember they had the vinyl.
When we first came, yeah, we had vinyl. We had vinyl was the first record we had on vinyl. Actually sold 5,000 out of the trunk, just driving around car washes or parking lots, anywhere some people was hanging out. We drive and tell them, come on, support your boy. And then, you know, it's just like today. I always tell people and just laugh and gesture that if we'd had the internet back then, we'd have been super huge. Because our drive that we had then, I think guys can still have that drive today and pretty much be successful in life like the music business.
And see, I believe that comes internally. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are lazier these days and they rely on technology to do everything. But you're talking about a drive, so that means that you guys got up every morning early and you hustled all the way, moving these albums and these CDs till late at night. Might have went to another city
All the time.
You know, so things like this. How do we get the youngsters to get that type of mentality, that type of work mentality? It seems like they're so lost out here. They don't want to work. They don't want everything handed to them. How do we get them back into that mode? How do we, besides just the money, what could we do to get them folks?
Well, one thing I say now, and this is looking at it now, from where I'm at now, which is in Christ. I gotta let you know that my life is sold out to Jesus Christ. That's what I live for. That's what my life is about. And I just think one of the things that happen is if a man don't know where he's headed, kind of makes it hard for him. You know, it's hard in this world, man. I mean, it is really hard to make it in this world. And for these youngsters, my heart goes out to them because, you know, I mean, you don't have too many role models. And the role models we had, like when I was back, we were role models, but come on, man. The reality is we weren't good role models. I mean, the reality is I'm telling them dudes to slang dope and talk to women like trash, and you know that ain't really good for the youth. Why? Because over a amount of time, that's their mentality. That's what they grow up to know, and they think it's all about the money. But what happens? The fathers, we all end up in prison. We miss a whole bunch of time in our children's lives when we could be teaching them the right way to go, and that just ain't good. So I mean, right now, I don't have a formula for them. Only thing that I can do to a young man that's in a dire straight situation like that is to tell him that the only hope that I know of is in Jesus Christ. He is a true rock and a true foundation, and when things get hard and when it's a troubled time, you can lean on him. And you can go to his word. He gives us his word that we can realize who we are. I was telling a man earlier today, you know, you got a car out there, you got a problem with your car and you don't know how to fix it. You know, if you got a friend, you know, and he come help you fix your car. But if you ain't got him, you go get that manual and you start looking through that. And if you look long enough, you'll find out, hey, what you need to do. Well, the Bible tells us that in various times that God spoke to men through the prophets, but in these days he speaks to us through his son. You know, Christ, he revealed himself through his word, and man, that's a great hope. It's the greatest news I ever heard of, man. I didn't know that as a young man. You know, I was out there running hard after my sin. I thought it was the way to go, and believe it or not, if it was left up to me, I'd still be doing it today. But the Lord saw fit in his grace to stop me in my tracks and allow me to see my state. And my state was outside of him. I was here in hell. And only my hope is in Jesus Christ. And he said, whosoever will, let him come. Whosoever is thirsty, let him drink. And he just offered the bread of life to me. You know, Bread magazine, Christ offered me the bread of life. And I mean, I'm eternally thankful for it, man. And so, I mean, I don't have nothing wrong with rappers. You see, we did that tonight. I got love for my boys. I got love for Lil Sin, for Lil Ken, for Santee, for Rowdy. I got love for them. I got love for Nino and K-Sam. But my hope is all wrapped up in Christ, man. I mean, he's the greatest friend I ever had.
Yes, sir. Our praise is Yahshua.
Yeah.
You know, we're so thankful, man, to have us here, man, and feature the restaurant. I've come and eat here a few times myself, man. I enjoy. I barely finished the burger, but I did. I finished that burger. It was good.
I appreciate that, man.
We got an event coming up next week. We've been featuring it constantly throughout the night on the 21st.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if you're going to be at that event.
Where's
it's going to be on San Pedro.
Okay.
So it's Tuck that we talked with earlier.
Okay.
He's promoting this event. It's called B.R.E.A.D.
Oh yeah. I support B.R.E.A.D. He trying to tell the youngsters the right way to go. Yeah. I'm with that. If you send me the information, I'll come by. Yeah,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So big shout out, Loves Cash, and my business man. This is Mr. Mark out.
Stop by Mark's out and get yourself a big, fat, juicy burger. I appreciate you guys.
Gotta do it. And them onion rings.
Crispy. Beer batter onion ring. Thank you, much love.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.
And we're gonna, I'll send it.